Morning, Ryan. Thanks for joining us. Last weekend, difficult weekend, result going against us on Saturday night in Cardiff. Another result that went against us on Sunday in Belfast. But certainly in the Belfast games, I think there's positives to be taken from the performance.
Yeah, obviously the results were going to be tough. Always were going to be tough. But the reality is when we look back and we break down video, we played one bad period out of 6. We played 5. We felt pretty solid periods against two great teams, two teams that are running strong right now. And yeah, obviously that third period got away from us in Cardiff. But the first period, second period, it was a 2-1 hockey game. We had some chances. They blew it wide open in the third. Obviously, you compound that when you're on a losing streak, and it makes it 100 times worse. But the reality is, we had to get up and play in Belfast and get over to Belfast. Lots of travel, and 4 o'clock start on Sundays is a quick turnaround when you're flying in and flying out and traveling. So it was, I thought the guys, I thought we had an incredible first period. We outshot them 15-6. Had some great looks. Jackson made some big saves. And to come out of that 2-0 down was tough. The 2 goals that were scored went off of us. Cash didn't really have a chance. So it was just tough. And then I thought we composed ourselves. We came back, and we just ran short. We just couldn't get that equalizer. We were pushing. They'd score, we'd come back and score. And power play looked pretty good. And yeah, we just couldn't find a way past Jackson.
So Friday saw the announcement that Noah Delmas had joined the club. And what's Noah added to the roster?
Well, he's a right shot D-man. He's got some offensive capabilities. We wanted to give ourselves an opportunity to play with 5 import D-men. We know that Sully has got an injury too, so maybe give us a different look. And that was the plan, and then have the ability to change it out how we see fit. And I think he's only going to get better and better. He obviously just got off a plane and then played 2 games back to back. Cracked late on about 8 hours sleep for 3 days. So it was kind of thrown right in the fire. But I thought he looked pretty good, and I thought he did a pretty good job.
So this week's also seen a departure from the club. Austin Albrecht's been announced that he's moved on. Have you got any comments on that?
Yeah, obviously not an ideal situation as far as timing. He showed up yesterday and decided that he was going to head home. Had some stuff he wanted to do at home, and unfortunately it came 24 hours after the deadline, or 12 hours after the deadline, which doesn't leave us in a position to replace. But the Brits are playing well. Finley, Ulrich, and Gulliver's playing well, and Jake, and that's just the way it goes. This is a group we have now. We would have liked the opportunity to bring in somebody, but that's the way. If guys don't want to, they don't want to be here, or they got other things on their mind, then down the long stretch, it's best that we get them outside and they do their own thing, and we move on. So that's just kind of where it's kind of a. I've never had any, I've never been involved with that as far as somebody leaving 12 hours after a trade deadline, but it's the way she is.
You've mentioned that the deadline was the evening before, but it really does create an opportunity for the likes of Finley, Ulrich, Carrie Gulliver, Jake Lutwich. They've earned that opportunity to move up in the roster now to see the season out, and it's presents them with a really good opportunity.
Absolutely. I mean, they're the future of the club. They're still really, really young. Finn's has played. He's played really good minutes, and he's had limited minutes, and now he's going to get an opportunity to secure line and see what he can do. And then Gulliver and Jake are right there as well. So these guys are waiting in the wings, and if an opportunity presents itself, then they'll be ready to go. We still have D-men that can play up front, and we still feel like we're okay on the injury front if that were to happen down the stretch here. But ultimately, we're going to put a little bit of reliance on the Brits now.
Also this week, bit of a strange one. Saw us have a fixture moved to Coventry and then moved back again. Can you just clarify where that fixture is actually going to be lying?
Well, I guess it's back in Coventry's hands. Yeah, they asked us to move the fixture. We adamantly said no. We're not gonna opt to play 3-3. We felt that we did the league a lot of favors in January, picking up a lot of games, and it's not easy, and we suffered injuries, and we feel like our schedule as far as making sure that we get some rest between games, not having to play 3-3s. That was the idea of playing them early and having a good stretch. So yeah, we adamantly said it is in no interest of the Manchester Storm to move it. We thought they agreed, and then they announced that the game was moved. So that's what happened. As simple as that. Complete Bush League, Junior B, Quebec Senior League trash that should never happen.
We're home and away with Nottingham this weekend. The Panthers are a team that we've had split results against so far this year. Big performances needed to make sure that we're picking up points again this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it's an understatement to say that we need to start getting some points and get off this little run. The schedule presents itself pretty well. We got a lot of home games coming up. We want to get back to feeling confident and almost cocky in our own rink that we had in the early part of the seasons. And yeah, we've had good games, both at home and on the road with Nottingham this year. And they got beat last night, and they've been on a pretty good run. So it's going to be a good game. We just the guys still believe in the group and what we can achieve. We just need the fans to feel that way and get back, and we got to give them a reason to do so.
And finally, Lyndon Springer didn't ice in Belfast. Also, you've already touched on the fact that we've been missing Zach Sullivan from the lineup as well. Can you give any updates on the injury lists at the moment?
Yeah, Zach's an interesting one. We're still kind of investigating what exactly is going on. It's a lower body injury. We don't have a lot of news as of yet. We are in the process of trying to figure out what the extent of the damage is, or if what it is. Hopefully, it just needs a little bit of time, and he can get back. And then on the flip side, Springs has got an upper body injury that we weren't sure if it's a couple weeks, a week, or if he'll be back this weekend. Knowing Springs, I know he's going to want to get in the lineup, especially now that there isn't a spare guy. And I think it's one thing when you have a spare guy kicking around, you don't want to play injured. But now obviously with this, I could see Springs probably stepping in and playing hurt. So we'll see. See how it goes. I would class Springer as day to day to week to week.
Ryan, appreciate your time. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks.